it's Rick Stewart. Welcome to Blues Center interview number 10 with Joe Krown.
How you all doing?
Welcome to the show. You're a really hard-working musician who's playing how many gigs per week, would you say?
I'm usually doing at least 7 or 8 gigs a week, and I can be doing as many as 10 or 11 when I'm in town. New Orleans is unique like that because there's just so many different types of things you could be doing at one time. I play at the Sinesta at the Jazz Playhouse from 4:30 to 7, and as soon as I can get the Bon Ton, I play until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's every Friday, so I have a really good exit out of the French Quarter, and I got it timed down to about 15 or 20 minutes. Because anything could happen. You could get caught behind a parade.
When you first sign up with any new band, but let's use Kenny Wayne as an example, does it take a long time to really bite into these songs and feel where you're going to play your parts?
There's a certain amount that comes quick, but everything evolves. And even, you know, after playing, say, 50 shows with them, I was still going back and trying to listen for things. And as band members, we all talk about stuff that we do, and we try to breathe some life into it constantly. When I'm playing solo, when I'm playing my own band, I always am looking to stretch songs in a different way. We went out with Gatemouth on a night-to-night basis. We improvised, you know, randomly at different times. But when we opened up for Eric Clapton for a year, we had a set show with a set length of everything. There wasn't any changes in it at all. You have to coordinate, obviously, the sound so that everything is perfected to who's soloing, where they are, and those guys know what is going to come next. To have all the lights choreographed so that when it's time for someone to be featured, boom. It's not like you wait for the light, you know, they start playing and then the spotlight is searching around for who's doing the solo. So everything is very choreographed like that. And Kenny's show is a choreographed show.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about was playing with Chuck Berry.
That was in the 80s, and I was living in Boston at the time. He duck walked and played Roll Over Beethoven and Johnny B. Good and all that stuff. In his shows, he never called tunes, he never told us keys or anything. We were just expected to know that, and we did, and we played, and he liked it. And over about 2 years, I did 15 shows or so, and they were amazing. He would show up about a half an hour before the show. He'd disappear in the dressing room. He'd come out in his trademark polyester red jumpsuit that he always wore. And he had a specific guitar, which was a Gibson 355, I think it was, which was a stereo guitar, which required, in his contract, 2 dual showman heads. I remember one show that we did with him, and the promoter was like, you know, we tried to get dual showmans, and we literally couldn't find anybody that had them. Chuck looked at everything, said, okay, I'm going to go get the amps. The promoter is like sweating bullets at this point, and we're like, well, you know, we kind of know him, but we kind of don't, you know? I mean, we're not sure what's going to happen here. Finally, Chuck shows back up again about 20 minutes or so before it's time to play, and first thing is, did you get the right amps? The promoter was like, look, as I explained, this is the best we got. Chuck said, okay, well, there's a thing in the contract that says that if they're not the right amps, there's a $2,500 fee. The promoter says, well, I don't have that kind of money, you know. Chuck starts packing up his stuff. The promoter's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. The promoter comes back with a check. Chuck goes, the contract says $2,500 in cash. Chuck starts packing up his stuff again. Lo and behold, the promoter's like, no, 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 wait. Somehow or another, he gathers up $2,500, and he comes back and he pays it to Chuck. And Chuck says, you know, okay, we got a show now. We're all relieved about this, and, you know, after the promoter left the room swearing and all this kind of stuff, Chuck turns and looks to us and says, I've been screwed so much that sometimes you just really got to hold him to the contract. Now let's go out and do a show. And we did.
Did any one particular song kill the audience every night?
Like, of course, Johnny B. Good, you know, that was his biggest thing.
Signature song.
And the thing that the crowds always went wild for was his duck walk. Well, as soon as he started duck walking, it was over. Man, the crowd went insane, you know.
Joe Krown, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. It was a real pleasure, Rick.
Blues Center interview number 10.